Hello, everyone. This is Daniel, and I was going to tell you that turning your enemies brings great honor to you, and also brings life to your enemies. Now, this might sound funny, but a lot of your enemies will be um, in heaven if you teach them on YouTube, and that means enemies of war, enemies of your personal enemies to yourself, and also enemies that are spiritually against you. Now, basically, sorry about that. Jesus loved his enemies. He very much cared about them. He taught them meaningful things. But he also told everyone that if you don't love your enemies, you will be held accountable um, for the blood of those people that did not make it out because of you. And those people that will be accepting of anything, well, you really need to help those enemies come to God, because Jesus is the one that really cares about your enemies. And basically, all you have to do is say that Jesus loves you to everyone that you meet, even if they say, "I don't want to listen to you," or "Okay, whatever." They shrug it off. They roll your eyes at you. But really, it's a very important thing because, especially in America, people will not want to hear such a thing. But but also that many of the people in America will really just, they would really care about, you know, some of the enemies in America really care about getting help. And if you say, "Did you know that Jesus loves you?" and everything like that, they might come to him, and they might actually just be saved because of that. This is why I'm doing it just about pretty much to everyone, and pretty much sometimes they don't hear me or anything like that. But I really try because preaching to a whole crowd is different than preaching to a whole bunch of people, because not only is the food listening and basically just listening to the word and basically listening to the preaching, but it's also doing the word and the preaching. It's also praying and fasting. I think the fourth thing is basically loving your enemies. It's the mental thought. It's really God really loves you. He really cares about you. He wishes that no one will perish. But because there are some certain people, they will perish because they just chose their own ways and they don't really care about God at all. But when they change because of God, God will change them, unless no one really said that Jesus loves them, and that's the only way they will never change. And because we're living in the United States, we have to actually just we absolutely have to tell the people that Jesus loves you. And if no one else is doing it in America, you have to be the one. If no one else is doing it in the town, you have to be the one that does it in town, because that's how we get people in the church. That's how we get people to read the Bible. And that's how we get to have lovers, lovers of God and all that good stuff. Because hell's a dreadful place. Let me tell you that much. Like pumping veins, crazy stuff like that. And I mean veins of fire, and It'll literally swallow you up like a whole whale of a fish. Have you seen the oh, what do you call it? Whale fish? Whale shark, yeah. Have you heard of the whale shark? Well, basically, it's like that whale shark swallowing up a small fish or some sort of small animal into its mouth. You'll be swallowed up into hell like that if you don't. Not only that will you be swallowed up, but you'll be seeing scary things like what seems to be like pumping veins, people turning into skeletons after a little while, and much witchcraft. Okay. What?
Going to buy something as well.
Well, that was uncalled for. Demons like stopping room, right? In the important parts, don't they? And basically, when you get to the bottom of that surface, you'll see fire and brimstone, and a lot of crazy things like death and skeletons, like I said before, and the Horde of the Demons, the smell of sewer. Not now, not now. Not now. And the smell of rotting people. He'll just come up to you like a breeze in your nose. Not even like a breeze, like wind of that horrible smell coming up in your nose. So imagine like the smell of rocks melting, and people dying everywhere, and fire and brimstone, and the smell of the sewer. You know, the demons actually have that certain smell, so all that combined, well, you will kind of see that it smells like a really bad smelling old house that has lots of sewer and all over it. I don't know how to describe it, but really, imagine an old house, musty smell, and sewer all over it. Really, it's that horrible. And that rush of wind going up in your nose and going up into your brain because you have been burnt to a crisp right off, and your face burns right off. It's pretty terrible. Not to mention that no, everything will wax right off of you, and you'll be burnt into a skeleton. And you'll be completely obliterated by demons and their scary tactics. So really, it's really you have to love your enemy. Hold on, I have to do this. To really have to love your enemy, so they don't have to suffer that. Okay, and that's why I'm doing that to you. Okay. Anyway, I have to go. So bye. I'll do some sort of thing about loving your enemies and you know what to do about this. Okay, bye.